Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Hobby CNC with Dave show. Thank y'all for joining me tonight. Let me bring in my crew that I have here tonight. We got Mr. Paul Forrest in the house. How you doing, Paul?
Great.
Sean is back with us tonight. How you doing, Sean?
Doing wonderful, thank you.
My famous sponsor of the giveaway drawing is here. Somebody needs to turn off the YouTube thing. Got a serious echo going on. All right, here we go. Yeah, Cody's in the house with us tonight. How you doing, Cody?
Hi, guys.
Still got a big echo somewhere. Can y'all hear that? Who's got YouTube playing? All right, we're gonna play this game. Let me get Russ in here, and then
Hello, everybody.
all right, I just muted Cody and it disappeared. So, Cody,
You're guilty.
have you got?
I don't have YouTube on.
Okay, it's picking it up from your. You don't have headphones or earbuds in. So it's picking it up coming out of your speakers. I'll leave you muted until we get something fixed for that. Anyway, welcome everybody to the Hobby CNC with Dave show. Got a couple little things we're going to touch on tonight. Before we get started tonight, we're going to be showing off some more viewer picks that have been sent to me. Got some awesome projects, so I'm going to be showing a bunch of those. And let's get the hashtag thing out of the way. I've got the thing going over here already to start collecting them. But tonight, like I say, I get my instructions from Cody every week. He said tonight it's going to be the Downtown Jenny. Downtown Jenny. So, as you might guess, I hadn't even changed it yet. I'll do it this way then. You want to add hashtag downtown to the chat then. That'll be the hashtag for tonight to get in on the drawing. And another thing I wanted to talk about before we get started, and you guys are going to get tired of me talking about this every week, but I'm going to do it anyway, dadgummit. I mentioned last week, I think that, even though it's only August, I remind folks about the Gatton CNC Christmas Challenge if you want to get in on that. It's where you make a Christmas themed project. I haven't got any of the details typed up yet or anything. I should have had that for tonight, but I don't. So I'm just going to tell you about it. But this will be like the 7th year. You make a little Christmas theme project using a CNC of some type. Can be CNC router, CNC laser, 3D printer. As long as it's CNC, it pretty much qualifies. And shoot a 4 or 5 minute video of it. Send me the link. We'll put it on the playlist, and then probably the first Saturday after it ends, which will be it starts on Black Friday, which is the Friday after Thanksgiving, and runs up through 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on December 24th. So right before Santa Claus comes, that's when it ends. So anybody, if you want to get on that, I'll have details. But I just want to remind folks and the reason I'm doing that is because every year somebody always says, "Oh, I just ran out of time," and I'm like, "I'm telling you, in August we're running out of time." So if you want in on it, no excuses. You got plenty of time to get in on it. Okay, so let's see. What else do I need to talk about? before we start showing off the photos I've got picked here, I wanted to show a couple of things. First off, I'm going to show this one. My buddy Paul sent me this on Messenger the other day, and I think he's even got it with him there. But Paul used his Onefinity, and he sent me this picture, and he said, "See, I do CNC projects." So just wanted to give Paul a little shout out there for getting out there in his shop and making something. That looks pretty awesome, Paul. I like that.
Thank you.
So
it was the demise of my Onefinity. For those who didn't know, after that project, it wouldn't work anymore, and come to find out, the controller went bad, and the power supply inside the controller is what failed. And of course, it was off warranty, and I was about ready to call my buddy Dave to say, "Well, what can I do?" Because a new controller is like $375 if you send them the old one. But Onefinity was good enough to cover the replacement of it, and it's in the mail as we speak, and I should be back in business about Tuesday. So kudos to the good service from Onefinity.
Yep.
Outstanding.
Good deal. I got one other little project I want to show too. Let's see, let me share my screen here. The other day, I guess what was it, about 2 weeks ago, I think, when we first started talking about, or maybe longer than that now, 2 or 3 weeks ago when we were talking about the Vectric box creator gadget thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cody sent me this little thing, and I'm going to go ahead and play this video. This is like I don't know, I guess just a little video he shot real quick. But I thought this was pretty cool. Oh, I have it.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
No more echo?
No
Nope.
echo.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so what that is for my girls last year for Valentine's Day. You know how kids always get their shoe boxes and like they decorate them and make them all fun for their Valentine's Day cards. I made them a miniature mailbox. So it was cool. That was my prototype piece I put together just to make sure it'd work. Theirs, they painted and put stickers all over it, and then they took it to school that day, and they put all their Valentine's Day cards in there. It was awesome.
Oh, fun.
So
Yeah,
and that
that's
was
a
just
lot of
all out of 1/8" Baltic birch. I just cut it on my laser.
That's a living hinge, right? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so. I can't recall the actual name of it, but
That is so cool, though.
it's neat because it just follows that radius, that contour, and it just snaps right into place.
Yep.
That really
So-
came out nice.
It did
Yeah, that
come
was-
out nice.
Very cool. Very
That ought to bring a special spot to your heart, Russ.
I mentioned that the last time I saw it. I don't thankfully have to do that kind of work anymore, but yeah, I
Yeah.
recognized it right away.
The mailbox. So that was a fun little project.
Yeah, that's pretty slick. I like that. Could y'all hear the audio? I unmuted it, but I don't think
I
it
didn't
was
hear
playing
anything.
through the system. But I'm glad Cody gave us the play-by-play there.
Well, I'm just glad I got the echo to go away. So
Okay, yeah, me too, because we had to just keep you muted.
the 86.
That is annoying as heck when see, I thought you just forgot to turn the YouTube feed off or something and had YouTube playing, but
No, I don't know.
sometimes
What
if
was
your
wrong.
microphone is too close to your speakers and the mic picks it up, it'll do that same thing. So
Well, when I first came in, I was having issues with my mic, and so I switched to a different microphone on the computer, and then I started getting the echo for some reason. So I just quickly went back. So we're good to go.
It's working.
Good.
Okay. I do want to mention those of you who watch pretty regularly, you probably noticed that Ryan is not with us tonight. He may be popping in later. He told me he might not be here for the start, but he may be popping in here later. So if you put a question in here and I miss it, which is a pretty good chance because it's scrolling by fast. For some reason, everybody's putting hashtag downtown in there. I don't know. But anyway, so I may miss your question, but I'm going to go ahead and get the pictures queued up. And while I'm doing that, because it's going to take me a minute to get everything queued up here, why don't we go around the horn? We'll start with you, Paul, and just go around the horn. Everybody can talk about something, whatever they got going on. If you've got a project you're working on or anything you want to show, and that'll give me a minute to get everything queued up here.
Okay, the only thing I've got going on is Sean got me interested in making those those lanterns that are behind them. So I've got a piece of wood sitting on my CNC waiting to get carved as soon as I can get it running again. But yeah, those are really neat.
I'm glad you're going to make some of those because nobody on Facebook makes those.
I know it. Can you believe it? I might even make a video.
I mean, good Lord. Nothing against your jack-o'-lanterns there, Sean.
No.
I am so sick of seeing those things because they're everywhere on Facebook.
I'll steal an idea wherever I'll steal an idea wherever I can, Dave.
Yeah.
They're fun and simple.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just kidding.
It's all in fun.
By the way, JR has just popped in with a little bit of change for you.
Let me see if I can find it. I gotta scroll around and find it. There it is. Thank you, JR. Thanks, Dave and panel, for putting up another show. Thanks, Cody, for sponsoring. Yeah, we probably don't give Cody a shout out often enough because he not only sponsors this giveaway. I mean, we're talking every single week, folks. Mm-hmm. Every single week, he's doing the coming up with a bit to give. I got the easy part. All I do is get the message from Cody. He'll say which one. I queue up the video and push the little button to do the drawing. That's all I have to do. I got it easy. But he is quite the man to go with that every single week, and we sure appreciate him. And I especially like it when he comes on the show once in a while. Even if he doesn't have any trim back there.
I got a bunch of trim in the corner. I don't know.
On the corner.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Where do we leave off? Sean, you got anything going on other than the jack-o'-lanterns?
I've been having fun frying drivers, old drivers, and then I was playing around with the rotary tool that's been sitting around for 5 years, and I finally got it going. And let's see,
nice. Got you a good little mallet.
Yeah, I figured for a very first run, it's safe and simple, and yeah, it's heavy. It's nice, but yeah, I was sitting back watching a lot of rotary YouTube, and watched a few of Dave's, and he did his pallet mallet, and I really liked that, so I went ahead and did a mallet, and I'm happy. Thank you, by the way. But that's pretty much been this week.
I think they're a great idea to make those lanterns.
Well, there's a couple new ones. These three, well, the ones without the tops on it are new.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Fun. All right, Cody, you got anything special going on?
Oh gosh, so I have about 10 American flags I got to make for somebody. But they're cool because they're all out of whiskey barrel wood. And so the unique thing about that is the inside where the burn is, I use that for the dark stripes. And then I plane it down and flip it over. So you'll have like the char, just the whiskey barrel wood, and then the char for all the stripes. and then I'll go in there and make all the unions. I think I'm going to burn the unions on my laser. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to cut the stars on the machine or the laser. It really just kind of depends on time. But yeah, that's what I got going on. So as soon as the show's over tonight, I'm going to be running the table saw and planer for a while. So I'll be getting dirty.
Got a
That
long
whiskey
night
barrel
ahead of
wood, man, I look at it and I get black stuff on my face. Like, I don't know.
Must feel good.
gnarly.
you. You're sniffing too hard.
I'm telling you. And you know what's really funny about it is, so that whiskey barrel wood, like when you're cutting it, you can kind of smell the whiskey. But as soon as it gets wet, it reeks like a really bad decision that I probably made way long ago in a different life. It's funny because I don't drink, but I do all this like stuff with whiskey barrel wood. But a lot of times when I'm cutting, I'll take my leaf blower, just kind of blow the dust out into the driveway, whatever my dust collector doesn't get. And then if it rains, oh my gosh, it reeks like whiskey so bad in my front yard. Like, I think my neighbors think I have a drinking problem. Like,
That or a still.
oh, man, it's funny, but
Yeah.
That whiskey barrel wood, man. If you haven't played with it, it's weird material. Sometimes it's super hard, sometimes it's soft. It's just all over the place.
I'm curious on the curves. I mean, aren't they curved with?
So
it's not square.
My customer, he buys truckloads of the tops, and so he just gives me the whiskey barrel tops.
Oh, cool.
So it's nice. It's all customer supplied material, and he asked me to make as many flags as I could over the weekend. So I'm gonna be cranking.
That's cool.
Yep. I wish I had a picture to show you. I think there's some on my website, but I don't have anything to show now.
Okay. Alrighty. Russ, how about you? You got anything exciting to tell us?
Still in the project works. I haven't got started on it yet, but I do have that plaque that I wanted to make for the lady for the cancer thing, and I've now got the paint, so I'm ready to go. Okay, all right.
And you had the
I've
good
been delaying
intention.
it. I've been saying, well, I'm going to say, well, I had all this other stuff to do in front of you, but but I'm ready to go now.
Well, we'll expect an update next week then.
Yep, as long as it's not raining.
Yeah. Okay, let's get started on some of these pictures here. Again, if you've got questions, I'll do my best to catch them. I don't think we've had any.
I haven't seen any
so far, but mostly just hashtag downtowns. But anyway, let's start off with the first picture, and this was sent in to me by, I know this fella's out in the chat. I saw him earlier. Alan Heffernan.
Oh, that's awesome.
Man,
And Alan, if you want to chime in the chat and tell us anything about this, I'm going to read what you sent me. It says, made a wooden gear clock. All of it's machined on the CNC, and he has a Onefinity. Electromagnetically driven pendulum. And the clock is designed by a gent in Germany, and it is called Magica. So I always think these things are pretty cool.
They are, man.
And I'm going to zoom in here real close. Looks like it starts getting a little blurry the closer I get, but it looks like it's maybe made out of some Baltic birch plywood, I'm guessing, Alan. And I'm not sure what. Oh, there's something behind that too. All right. What is the face of the clock made out of, Alan? We'll give him a minute
I think once I crack, you get off that.
to reply.
That is sweet. Germans do make good designs in clocks. Or is that Swiss or both?
I don't know.
I don't know. I think all of them do over there. Who makes? Okay, Alan says yes, Baltic. Okay. still curious to see what the
Yeah, that thing is pro, man.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
yeah, that's
1/8-inch bed.
okay.
If I'm not mistaken, Alan's he does a lot with gears. If he's the one I'm thinking of, that he's made more than one thing with the gears like that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Alan,
and
are you into steampunk?
I'm not sure, but
I'm wrong with it.
I believe he has a video out on this clock.
It says the face is made out of vaulted birch but stained with pigment.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was trying to get it. That is very nice. Very nice. Okay. All right. Let's. I'm going to take that one back off here for a second until I queue up another one. Thank you for sending that in, Alan. That's very, very well done.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay. Next up on my list here is Jesse Brown. He sent a couple of pictures in of some stuff he's made. And Jesse, I don't know if you're out there or not.
I don't remember seeing his
See if
name.
I can. Let me read what he sent. I like the way he's got some product placement in the background there. I like that. You recognize what that looks like, Russ?
I do.
Do you know what that is?
Looks just like mine,
Just
but
check.
prettier.
Okay, Jesse said, is Jesse out there? I don't think he is.
I didn't see his name.
I don't think I saw his name when I scrolled through. Anyway, Jesse says this is a tabernacle for his church, a miniature version used to teach kids about church customs and ritual. And then the second picture.
Man, that's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, it's
Came out
really
nice,
pretty.
Jesse.
And great finish on the thing. Second picture is this one.
Knights of Columbus.
And he says, this is a 100-year anniversary cross for the Knights of Columbus. And again, a nice, very nice finish on that as well.
Yep.
I am digging it.
That came out real good, Jesse.
I'm liking how the wood actually looks like it's a stick of wood, even though it's engraved. But
Yeah.
That's cool.
CNC.
Did you use a 1/16 tapered ball nose for that?
Well,
Okay.
he didn't tell me anything like that in his notes here, and I don't think he is out there.
I don't think he's out there.
Looks good. It's clean.
If anybody sees him pop in, we'll come back to this and you catch that. Okay, let me get another one going here. See how we're doing on time. I've got quite a few pictures here, folks. Okay, this. Get it up here. Okay, now we've got some resin work.
Yeah. Look at that.
This
Neat.
is from Kim, and I hope I don't butcher your last name. I'm gonna call it Shimke. I don't know if that's the right. We'll just call you Kim. How about that? It says, appreciate all the content you put out and the Hobby CNC live show. Been watching a long time. At any rate, thought I'd share with you a few epoxy projects I've done over the last few weeks. Let's see here. Okay, it says he uses the screen name KS on YouTube, and I think I saw that earlier. So I think
There we go.
Kim is probably out there. But let me zoom in on this a little bit. Sometimes it gets a little blurry, but that is some clean work
There's some
right
clean
there.
lines there, man.
That is some very clean.
Beautiful piece.
Gosh.
I mean, you check all the small stuff around the nose and the mouth, and
Yeah. So is he in the chat right now?
I believe so.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure I saw a KS out there.
So I have a question for him. When you're doing all of that, do you do one color at a time and wait for it to dry, or do you like just go all out and just really be careful and do it all at once? All the colors at once.
I'm not sure how he'll answer that, but I know that most people will tell you, and that's how I've done it, is you can do more than one color at once as long as they're not anywhere near each other,
So they don't bleed.
because you don't want to take a chance of slopping them in there, because you do want to get enough epoxy in there. So, for example, pretty much everything he's doing here, it'd be too close together for me. I'd be
It
doing
would be for me too. Yeah.
but maybe he will reply here in a little bit and give us there's more here. Let me go through some of the other ones. There's that one, which is just fantastic. Here's another one.
I've seen that one on Facebook.
Okay. Again, very clean lines.
Yeah.
He said, what Dave said is what I do.
Just one color at a time.
Unless they're far away.
Yeah. Like I said, I think, for example, if you, with this one, and again, Kim, you can comment in here if I'm saying it wrong, but if you did the black first, because see how the black comes right up next to this red where the shirt is, the sweater and all this. So if you've done the black, then you could probably come back and do this after the black is cured. You could come back and do the red and not have to worry about it getting into the white.
Yeah.
Well, and then you'd have to come back and do the white later here. So I don't know, that one there is really three colors, black, white, and red. So it'd probably be best to do that one all separate too.
Lines look crisp.
Yeah. Okay, and then let's see. I've got one more, I think, here, and this is he's done a Twins logo, and again,
Wow.
That's
Just-
beautiful.
just knock your socks off clean right there. That is very, very nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. Man, I haven't the only epoxy I've done is, sometimes I put them in the stars of a union, but that's about it. Like, I haven't done any other type of epoxy inlay. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, that is just, and I think, let me, okay, now if that's not impressive enough, he says the Twins logo has a round frame that was also cut on a CNC using the molding tool path on a spire.
Nice.
So, super nice job right there. I really dig that.
Now, is that two pieces put together, or is it all one?
Well, I don't know. We'll see if Kim replies to that question or not. It's super, super clean work right there. All of them. I mean, if I go back through them here, just all of them. And I really like this one too, because it's got so many different colors. Let's see, what do we got? Black, white, green, red, the tone there. So
Orange.
5 or 6 colors there. Oh, yellow or whatever color that is. Just that's just awesome. But yeah, let's see if he okay, it says frame was a glue up but carved as one piece. Okay. Kenneth wants to know if Kim has a YouTube channel. I don't know. You could look under KS. That's what he's under here, or maybe it's a she. I don't really know. Kim is one of those names you don't know. Clyde says he's got to step up his game. Yeah, some of these photos are just amazing to me. Just awesome work there.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if Kim gets back with any more comments. Getting lots of kudos there, Kim, on that.
For sure.
Yeah. Nice detail for sure. Okay, let's all right, I still got a bunch more to go, folks. So let me get these queued up here. Okay, now let's look at some inlay work. Got lots of inlay work here sent in.
He says he does not have a YouTube channel, and you're accurate as it being a he.
Okay. Well, I didn't want to. It's only I only say he because the majority of the people that watch my shows and YouTube videos and stuff are males, according to my analytics. So, but then it's kind of like if your name was Pat, or there's certain names that can go either way. I know lots of guys named Kim, and I also know lots of girls named Kim as well. So just want to make sure I get it right. Okay, let's see here. Let's take a look at these. This is what you've been talking about, Russ. This is all these were sent to me from Marcelo. And let's see. I've got some notes from him here. Let's see here. He says, thought you would like to see these boards. All were rough cut. Hang on your seat, Cody. You're going to like this. All were rough cut with a 1/4 inch Jenny compression and a 1/8 inch downtown Jenny.
Nice.
Finished with an 18-degree V-bit. Says I was able to double both the feed rate and depth of cut using the Jenny bits.
Wow.
Okay. Now, I don't know. He doesn't have. He says all were created and programmed using Fusion 360. These are all square inlay, unlike the others that were required. Okay, so I guess as I go through these, we're going to see some things. But that's, again, folks, when I zoom in here, super nice work. Really tight. So let's go through the pictures here. Here's another one. I like to zoom in just to.
Gap.
Yeah, just great job. There's another beauty.
I like that one.
It says here the woods are black walnut, bloodwood, yellow birch, shedua, SHEDUA. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Never heard of it. Purple heart, chestnut, wingay, and mahogany.
Wow.
So, here's another one. Really nice.
Does he have a size on them?
No, I don't have any information about the size, but that one looks like it's lean. Well, you can't really tell how big that piece is either, I guess.
Well, I like how he pays attention to grain direction on those. Everything's just like it should be.
Yeah. Now there's some pretty delicate stuff right there.
Yeah, gosh, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 different types of wood.
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah, including the inner circle. Almost looks 3D.
It does.
Yeah, if you stare at it long enough, that is just. I tell you, I say this every time we do these kind of shows where I'm showing pictures of stuff people have sent in. It just blows me away the talent that some of these folks have out there doing this stuff. It's just gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Just gorgeous. Okay, that's the last picture. So again, the woods were black walnut, bloodwood, yellow birch, shedula, something, I don't even know how to say that, purple heart, chestnut, wingate, and mahogany. So as they go back through here,
Marcello said the squares are 18 by 18 and the
Okay.
oval is 22 by 16.
okay, well, that's yeah, that's some big ones then.
Yeah. That's real delicate too. Man, I'd be scared to sit on one of those.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, look at that.
I like the symmetry and all of it.
Mm-hmm.
yep. Very well done. That is some
Great work,
awesome
Marcello.
looking
Mm-hmm.
inlays. Well done, Marcelo. Again, we get a lot of positive comments about there.
Deserves every one of them.
Heck yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, Kim. Kim says he blames his parents for the name problem. That's funny. Okay, let's let me get some more stuff queued up here. Now, this next one I'm going to show will probably generate some conversation, but it's not exactly a project like what we've been seeing so far. But I was sent the oh, wait a minute. No, I've still got some more to go here. I forgot about these. Hold on here. Did I leave something out? Or did I get my pages mixed up? Okay. Yeah. I skipped a page. Okay, so we do have some more projects coming up here. And then we've got something else that's pretty cool I want to show you at the end here. Okay, this is from Roger Secura, I'm going to say. He says, let's see, here are a few wood projects I made on my home-built CNC router. Shout out for the home builds, yay. This is and by the way, Roger, I appreciate you numbering these photos and putting the detailed descriptions, matching photo number and all. It makes it easy for me to talk about the right one while I've got the right one up there. This is a coat of arms plaque for his daughter and her husband, Baltic birch wood, 60-degree V-bit, 1/16 depth of cut. Let's see what the next one is. This is a sundial, Baltic birch wood, 60-degree V-bit, 1/16 depth of cut. He says he still needs to mount it on a stand or pedestal.
That's cool.
But that's cool. I like that.
Do not waste time. That's
I like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. Let's see. Here we've got a clock.
It's cool.
Let's see what he says about this. On a wall clock, Baltic birch wood, 60-degree V-bit, 1/16 depth of cut. Okay, yeah, that's all he says about
I like the font. I think those are cool numbers.
I'm going to take a wild guess. Roger, if you're out, is Roger out there? I think he is. I'm going to take a wild guess at that font and say that that's Board, B-O-R-E-D, Board Schoolboy. Let me know if I'm right about that font, and then if I am, I'll tell you how I know it. Okay, let's see. Here's a door plaque for his grandson, poplar wood, 60-degree V-bit, quarter-inch depth of cut. Okay. Okay, and this is another one. I forgot that I had the photo of this in here. This number 5 is a laser alignment system he designed with 2 line lasers and 2 LM317 voltage regulators. He says, now I just move my CNC router to wherever I want to mount my board on the spoil board, turn on the laser, and then align the edges of my workpiece with the crosshairs of the laser. So,
I was at a local wood store a couple days ago, and they had one of those. I think it was like a Yeti CNC router. Have you guys seen those?
No.
Anyways,
Is that the handheld one where it reads the dots and stuff on the table as you're cutting?
no, I think it was called like a Yeti brand CNC machine. But it was cool because they had a laser setup like that on their machine, and they had the offset automatically written into the subprogram. So when you would set your X and Y 0, it knew exactly how far the crosshair was from the spindle. And so it was neat. You just drive it wherever you want. You just turn on your laser, set your X, Y, 0, and then, origin it to that position. And then when you'd hit home or to your origin, it would go to that spot that you set it, even though it was offset from where the bit was. It was really cool how they did it.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see. It's a portable laser, portable CNC.
Yeah, I think it comes with a stand. You can throw like a 4x8 sheet on there, I think. But I'm pretty sure it had something similar to what he built here. It was really cool.
yeah, Shaper is the one that reads the dots, says Kenneth.
Oh,
Yeah, the Shaper.
Shaper Origin, I believe, is what that was called.
Yeah.
That's a cool idea. I'm glad he included that.
yeah. I've got that on my laser, and I love it. It does make life easier.
Yeah.
You have a crosshair on your laser like that?
No, mine's actually just the dot.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
mine is too. It's a game changer. I love having the dot on there.
No guessing or hitting and poking holes through the wood.
Nope.
Okay. Next, let me get this other one queued up. The one that I thought I was queuing up a minute ago. Okay. First, I'm going to show you this picture, and then it's a little video that he sent. But I'm going to show you what he's working with here. This, I believe, is I don't know what size. It looks like it's a smaller Avid CNC, and it also looks like from the V Group.
Person detected at the front door.
Looks like it's one of the, I don't know what they call them. Not the Pro Series, but I guess maybe the standard one or something. I don't know what their word is for that. But he's going to swap out this router. You can see he's got a router in it now, and he's going to put a water-cooled spindle in it. So this next thing is a little video, and I will read what he says here. He says, here's my spindle cooling system, a small MDF box that I cut out that rides on the gantry. And I'm going to stop it here so you can kind of take a look at this. He's got his fans. He's got the reservoir. Got a lot going on here. But you can see how it all kind of rides on top of the gantry right there. And now he's got a water-cooled spindle. So he says all parts are computer cooling accessories purchased off Amazon.
Nice.
And he says it runs consistently at 75 degrees Fahrenheit, which I guess is probably pretty close to 22.7 centigrade. I don't know what that is. I'm not that hot with math. But
I like that little indicator. You put it in the right spot.
Oh, it's in
Yeah.
the perfect.
Yeah,
It's in the
that flow
perfect
meter.
spot. It's in the perfect spot.
You
Man,
got your
that's
temp and your flow, and
Yeah, it's got the flow meter right there where you can see it at a glance.
now I'm curious to know what he's using for coolant. Got a cool color.
yeah.
Uh,
Man, you
Looks-
guys.
It almost looks like RV antifreeze.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. The RB antifreeze I've used is that pinkish color. So, anyway, I thought that was pretty interesting, and even though it's not a not like an inlay or a resin project or something like that, but it's still pretty dadgum cool.
I think it's
it looks
great.
like
Yes.
it's a 2x2 machine, doesn't it?
More 3
It
by
It
yeah,
wasn't
Russ,
very
it
big.
looks like it's
Two
one
by
of the
three?
really smaller ones.
Yeah.
Which I would get. Well, it might be a two by four, maybe 4 foot wide.
Doesn't
It's
look
hard
like
to tell
it.
from that angle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the length of the gantry looks pretty long.
Yeah, I'm sure that's probably 4 foot.
2
but
by
it's,
3.
it's probably just a 4x2 or something cutting here. I think it. Of course, I don't know how old this machine is, but I know they have, and again, I don't know what they call them. But see how there's like V groove bearings here, and it rides on that rail right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Rack and
what's
pinion.
that's what's on the. And again, I don't know what they call them. I guess I just call it a standard Avid, because the other kind, like what I have, is the Pro Series. So
No, you use those on the Gatton too, didn't you?
yeah, something similar. Well, in fact, it looks like that same size, but you can see them here, and you can see them also
Yeah.
down here.
I
So,
wonder. I mean, the ones on the Z assembly, those V wheels look like they're stainless steel,
Yeah, they probably are.
which is awesome because having like the nylon ones or the Delrin ones that can chip and break on you, like that's
Oh yeah. It's not any kind of Delrin or plastic or anything on these
Didn't use
things.
the cheap ones.
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
But I was trying to see. Anybody recognize what kind of router that is that he's swapping
No.
out?
Is that a porta cable? No.
Nah, it's not any Porter cable I've seen. I'm thinking it might be a
Might be a Hitachi or something.
Hitachi or something.
Hmm.
I
I
can't
kinda
see any
remember that
green, but I think they're usually green and black, aren't they?
He said it's an older CNC router parts machine, so an older.
Says
Avid.
it's a Hitachi router.
Yeah, dang, I nailed that one, man. I ought to get a prize for that.
And he says the coolant is Corsair Hydro Cool for computers.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
8
Well, that
years
would
old.
That would make sense, I guess. Yeah.
You guys, I love his. I
Okay,
love
he's saying it. Yeah, he's saying it's a 4x2 Pro Series. I guess that's the old Pro Series.
Mm-hmm.
Because he says somewhere, where did I see him say it? An older CNC router parts. Yes, before they switched to the name Avid.
It's an 8-year-old machine.
Yeah. The
Good looking,
CNC
good
router
shape.
parts really have been around a long time.
You were going to say something, Cody, about that machine?
No, it's just I love the setup that he has. Hey, honey, you want to say hi to everyone?
Oh.
Hey, want to say hi? My little girl brought me a package from Amazon.
Right?
Hi, Liza.
Got a nice mail delivery service you got there.
Yes.
Good deal.
No, I was gonna say I really like the setup he's got riding on top of the gantry. If you guys were to see mine, you'd literally laugh out loud because it's it's so redneck engineered. I ended up getting a pond pump from Ace Hardware just so that I could get it running, but it wasn't strong enough to pump the fluid from the ground out of the reservoir up into my spindle. So I had to
Raise the bucket. Oh, no?
built this whole like rack thing that's up on the wall, and then my bucket's up there with my
Yeah.
pond pump, and then it's running down.
Oh
so
my
that way
God.
the gravity helps it
Gravity
go.
feed.
Oh gosh, I need to do something like that and quick.
You've obviously never seen my bucket.
You know what? It's
When
your
my,
bucket.
when my bucket started leaking, you know what I did? I
Get a
put
new
that
bucket.
bucket inside another bucket.
I started with a bucket. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I had to raise mine just like you did, Cody.
Mine's just in a plastic box.
That's
My
what I
pump
did.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
now-
I ended up putting just some red coolant in there, so that way I can see when it's flowing through the lines.
There you go.
Yeah, mine's kind of set up the way Ben Myers has his set up.
Okay,
It's,
nice.
See, I ended up getting rid of the bucket because my bucket was up high and I was afraid of knocking it over. So I went with the CW 3000 chiller, which is
Yeah.
it's just a fan, with the
Yeah, that
radiator
was
on the
just
back.
kind of like a radiator type.
Yeah, exactly. With the reservoir.
Yeah.
And here soon, since it's out here, I'll empty it, and then I'll put 40-degree washer fluid, windshield washer fluid,
Hmm.
and I'll run that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was looking at getting some of those chillers too. I have the C5000 for my laser.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, man, that thing's a workhorse. It does so good in the Arizona heat. I wanted to get something like that for my spindle, but it's a little too expensive right now. So my little bucket will work.
3000s aren't bad.
Yeah, I want to get something like that for sure.
Oh, y'all heard the man. Buy some bits.
You
And
guys.
he needs a chiller. Buy some bits.
Buy some bits, man.
All right. Well, I guess we're coming up right on the hour, and I noticed the viewer count is maxing out here, so we probably should go ahead and do the drawing and then get ready to get out of here.
I have a question out there.
We have a couple of
The
questions.
guy from Sweden wants to know, what are the most common jobs you run on the CNC machine?
All right. Well, let's go around the horn and answer that. We'll start with you, Russ, since you're up in the upper left-hand corner now.
Mostly signs and 3D work. That's what I do.
Okay. Paul, we know you make Halloween pumpkin things.
Yep, I do. Yeah, and I make
All are doing it.
little boxes and big boxes and signs and whatever I can steal from somebody else.
Yeah, okay.
At least you got it.
All right. What about you, Sean? Obviously, you make those jack-o'-lantern things.
I started with arcade machines. I was doing tabletop arcades, and then from there, it's anything and everything. It's like, ooh, squirrel.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Cody, I know you've showed us before. I already got an idea of what you make with yours, but go ahead and tell our viewers.
So probably the most common stuff that I'm making is I make a lot of the 1911 grips, which are I just throw them on a fixture, run them on the machine, and make grips. So I make a ton of these. The other thing I don't know that I've showed you. So this is a little burlap sack for the company that outsources the work to me, and I make these whiskey barrel ice cube trays. And so here's the whiskey barrel wood. That's the char I was talking about.
Okay.
And watch, but by the time this is over, this black stuff's going to be all over my face. It just happens that way. But these are like individual ice cube trays, and the idea is because it's made out of whiskey barrel wood, is you fill it full of water and then you freeze it, and then you drop the whole thing into your drink to chill your whiskey drink. And the idea is as the water melts, because it's in the whiskey barrel wood, it won't dilute the flavor. And so for this guy that I make them for, literally just thousands and thousands of these little cubes. But yeah, I just crank them out on my machines. So
That's
and it's
cool.
fun. I made fixtures for both my machines where every time I hit go, I'm getting 96 of them at a time. Actually, it was this job that kind of inspired me to create the original Jenny, because I was tired of sanding. It was driving me absolutely crazy. So that's what kind of sparked the whole making my own bit stuff.
That's cool.
So yeah, that's a lot of the most common stuff that I do is more production work, and I do a ton of laser stuff too. So
Okay. You're not even going to mention your grips?
the grips, I mentioned those first.
Oh, okay.
Wake up.
Wake up, Dave. Okay. Yeah, I missed that. You must not have talked about that very long because I didn't even. I was trying to check the comments since my sidekick's not here, trying to because we got
Now, when you do those, Cody, on like the grips, do you put any checkering in on them, or are they smooth?
No, so I'm fortunate enough that on these I just make the blanks, and then after I make the blanks out of whatever material, we laser engrave them. And make them for people.
Okay.
So we'll put a family crest on there, or somebody's last name, or laser the Second Amendment, whatever they want.
That's
we just sell them just custom 1911 grips. So
I'm pulling a Paul on you.
He's gonna steal it.
Go for it, man. They're a lot of fun. With that new 1/8" tapered ball nose that I just released, I got my runtime down to I think 12 minutes per set.
Oh, that ain't bad.
And that's complete. So I put in my fixture, I cut the profile, put in my screws in the middle, bolt it down, and then I just go in there with the tapered ball nose and just tear into it.
Sweet.
Yep.
So you can knock quite a few out in a day.
Yeah, man, I'm so busy though. Like, gosh. So I still work full time. So like my 9 to 5 pays the bills, but my 5 to 9 is building the dream, and so that's all the other stuff. That's the bit.
Rick may ask you a question. He said, "Did you say you have a 60-degree Jenny bit?"
Actually, what's the date today? 27th.
27.
So I'm getting all new stock come the 1st. So I'll have 60s, I'll have 90s, I'll have everything replenished. So that's what I told me. I'm hoping and praying that the platers aren't late again because they're notorious for being late. But I was told that I'll have everything back in stock by the 1st, which I think is Thursday. I think
Wednesday, I think.
Wednesday, Thursday. So at the end of next week, I'll have more 60s.
Keep checking.
Alrighty. We got another question here from Andrew. He says, I'd like to make a living with a home manufacturing business. Lots of ideas for products. Any recommended reading material for picking products and bringing them to market? Now, Andrew, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that since you're watching this show, that you're going to use some kind of a CNC in your endeavor to go into business. And really, before I mean, I don't know any books or anything like that, any reading material, but really, if you want to go into business and you haven't already got your CNC equipment, and I'm assuming because you're watching this show that that's what you're wanting to do, before you pick out your equipment, you need to figure out what you're going to do. Are you doing some kind of woodworking or something now where you're doing it by hand, maybe cutting something out with a bandsaw and using a sander to get it up to the line and making templates, and then a flush trim bit in a router table or something like that, and you just want to automate it with a CNC router, or it's going to be hard for anybody here to answer your question until we know more about exactly what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
He says he does have a CNC router and a Bridgeport and an Atlas lathe.
Oh man, awesome.
Did I miss it? Hold on. Or maybe it hadn't popped in here yet. Okay, yeah. It hadn't popped up in here yet. Let's see. Man, I can't keep up with the dead gum comments. Okay, here we go. So I have a CNC router at Bridgeport and an Atlas. Like, okay, so what are you making with that now? Is it something you're making,
Yeah.
that you're doing now, and you just want to go into business, by, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. You can get lots of product ideas, from Etsy and Pinterest and YouTube and good Lord, just about anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, and it's just old Dave talking, I see a lot of cool stuff, like jack-o'-lanterns. But I don't want to make
Pallets.
them. I see a lot of cool stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I got the equipment. I could make those. I could knock those out and stuff. But if it's not something I would enjoy doing, I don't want to make it. So to me, that plays into it too. So.
Yeah, have fun while you're doing it.
He said he's got dozens of ideas for stuff to make, but no idea how to evaluate if they'll be commercially viable.
Well, if you don't mind, what I would personally do is I think networking is key, right? Knowing your market and knowing kind of where you're at. For example, there's a guy named Mike. He's doing all these 3D carvings of like seashells and with stuff with turtles. But he lives somewhere where there's a lot of like tourism and people coming in, going to the beach.
Right.
And so he's selling that stuff like crazy.
He found his niche.
He does a really good job. And so he's just making signs hand over fist and just killing it. And so I think, knowing your market and kind of your surroundings. And two, like for me, I was part of a mastermind group of just like small business owners here in the Valley. And a lot of them had to do with like manufacturing, whether it's aerospace, defense. And so by networking, I was able to get a lot of the production jobs that I have now that I'm running on my machine. And so, I think the more that you get out there, you get to know people, just kind of get a good understanding of your market, of where you're at locally, that would probably be a really good place to start. That's where I would start. If I were to, pack up and move across the country and I were to start over, that's what I would personally do.
Troy brings up a good comment here. He says a lot of it has to do with where you are living, because what's popular here might not be popular where you live. And I love it when I see these people on Facebook. You know how I love Facebook groups. I always see these folks in Facebook groups, when somebody asks a question, kind of like what Andrew did, they'll go, oh, you should make this because they sell like hotcakes and blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking to myself, if nobody's selling them in his area, there might be a reason why. Either nobody's thought of it, or more than likely, it's just not a thing where they live,
Well, I'm not going to be making a bunch of cactuses in Arizona, right? Like, it doesn't make sense. But like I have family in South Dakota, and the first thing they wanted me to do was make them a saguaro cactus off my router, So I think regionally it's really wise just to kind of, learn the market and know what's selling.
I like what Troy said, go to your local craft shows and see what people are carrying out. Not what people have, but what people are carrying out.
Exactly.
Yeah, good point. Let's see. John has a question for Cody. Do you have a 1/8 and 1/16 straight ball nose yet?
Nope, I only have the 1/4 incher. I have the 8th and the 16th tapered ball nose, but I don't just have a 8th and a 16th ball end mill. I've only got the 1/4 incher.
Yeah. Okay.
But that would be probably wise to come up with next. Make a whole set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. By the way, Andrew, good luck with whatever you decide. I mean, it's good to know you've already got some equipment, and that's half the battle right there. But of course, now when you decide on a product, you need to make your product where it'll work with the equipment you've got.
And I'm jealous of that Bridgeport. That's awesome.
Yeah, I wish I had one of those. But
Bridgeport with an easy track on there would be good.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's about 10 after the hour. Should we go ahead and tell the people that are just tuning in that we've already done the drawing? I'm only
And there
kidding.
was.
Folks. I'm only kidding.
It's funny.
But we will do the drawing and probably get out of here pretty quick because we know how you do.
Well, Alan has a question for Cody as well. He said, "What laser do you use? Is it a CO2 laser?"
Yeah, I have a Thunder Laser CO2. I think I'm going to sell it and move on. I have the Nova 24, which is great for a lot of stuff I'm doing, but it's getting to a point where there's a lot of people requesting for bigger projects. So I think I'm actually going to sell this guy. Matter of fact, it's right there. You can see part of it. And get the Nova 35.
Now,
So
what size is the one you have now?
it's the 24. So it's got a 16 inches by 24 inch. That's the work envelope. I mean, in a perfect world, I want like an epilogue laser. Those are awesome,
Oh yeah,
awesome lasers. But they're also about $25,000.
yes, they're
Yeah.
big.
That's two of these.
Yeah,
You have to sell a few more bits.
yes, sir. A lot of
They had one at the Houston Woodworking Show a few months ago, and it was a small one. But I went over to start looking at it, but the guy next to him said it's about $20,000 for that. I said, that ain't big enough for me for 20 grand.
Yeah.
They've been out there the longest.
All right, we got a question here. If anybody wants to take this one, it says, do you guys rely on local sales or online? So any of you that sell stuff, how do you do it?
Mine's been mostly local.
Yeah.
I have never sold a thing.
See, and mine's local until it comes to files, and anything digital is online.
Mm-hmm.
But my hard stuff is all local.
Yeah, I got a combination of both. I don't really do any of the CNC work online. A lot of the production stuff I'm working on is from local companies who's outsourcing the work to me. So I do that stuff here. And then obviously my bits are online, but
Okay. Roy says, Cody, any plans for a 30-degree V-bit?
yeah, I'm actually, I've been working on one for like the last week and a half.
That'd
So-
be a good one to have.
So it's not there yet. I still need to do some work on it. I need to do some testing, just kind of go through all of it. It takes a while, it takes time and money to do all this. So, but yeah,
some
I'm working on one right now as we speak, which I'm super excited for.
Sweet.
Alrighty. Okay, well let me check over here and see how we're doing on the hashtag downtowns here. We've got 111 people watching and we've got 79 entries. So if you're just tuning in and you want to get in on the drawing,
You got to do a thumbs up.
yeah, you should
Yeah.
do a thumbs up.
I'm get,
It's not required, but you should do that. I mean, come on, you're here already and it's free, so you might as well do it. But anyway, real quick, let me run back through the video here. This is what we're giving away tonight, the Downtown Jenny. So put in hashtag downtown and you will be entered in our live drawing that is sponsored every single week by Mr. Cody Elkins.
I believe I saw a question back up there that our friend from Sweden wants to know how you got the name Jenny for your bit, for a milling bit.
I gave it part number 8675309. I thought it was funny and easy to remember, and the community actually named the bit Jenny. I haven't named a single bit. Every single bit has been named by the community.
Oh, it's cool.
That's fun. That's cool.
Okay. Now we know the real reason why Ryan didn't show up tonight. He's not on the panel, so he's gonna enter the drawing.
That's funny.
Okay, so all righty. I guess we're gonna go ahead and hit this thing. Let's see where we're at. We're up to 87. I think it's leveled off a little bit, so we'll go ahead and draw.
We got a couple more questions there.
Look, everybody, and here we go.
Rush Meadow.
Wayne Aldridge.
Congrats, Dwayne.
Congratulations, Dwayne.
That's cool.
Awesome. Congrats.
Let's let me get the stuff over here.
His address is in Des Moines here, and
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll have to
blame it on
get
the
in
mail.
contact with Cody, who is up here in the upper left-hand corner at www.cadencemfgdesign.com and give him your shipping information, and he will get that downtown Genie out to you. So there we go.
We still
congratulations.
have another question there that they asked in the original
what?
question. You have a question there that Kenneth, I can't pronounce his last name, wants to know if you have the 3018 CNC upgrade video coming.
I did see
No,
that.
I don't.
Quick answer, fella.
And you can ask that question every week, and it won't bother me a bit
He
And I-
probably will.
because the answer is probably still going to be no.
And then Cody has
People
a
ask me a question like that, and I say, I don't know whenever I get around to it. That's what I mean when I get around to it. It's not a priority for me. So if you're subscribed and you have notifications turned on, you will see it as soon as it comes out.
Cody, there is a question for you. A gentleman lives in Phoenix, and he's asking if he can actually physically pick it up from you.
Yeah, I saw it. Just shoot me an email, and we can set something up. We can meet somewhere, and I can get some bits to you.
Okay. Oh, okay. There you go. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get out of here because we've been on here over an hour and about an hour and 17 minutes or so. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. We've had a really good crowd tonight, like we usually do. And I have said this before, and I'll say it again. A lot of times I don't even know that I'm going to show pictures. It just depends on if people send me stuff. Anybody can send me stuff. If you don't know my email address, I'm not going to put it on here because I used to do that, and I get so much junk mail and stuff now. It's not even funny. The easiest way to get my email is to just go to the website, davegatton.com, and just click the contact link or whatever. And just, if you can't figure out how to attach pictures to that, just send me a thing saying, hey, I got some pictures I want to send you, and I can reply back. And then you can do it. But I'm pretty sure you can find my email address on the website if you look for it. So, but you can send me pictures anytime. If we get any, we'll show them. And don't forget about the Gatton CNC Christmas Challenge coming up. I know people are probably going, "What in the heck?" But yeah. We're going to be mentioning it every week as long as I don't forget between now and Black Friday. So anyway,
Awesome.
Hope we get lots of entries for that this year. I'm going to try to do some stuff different, and you'll see as I start posting stuff. I'm going to put the word out and see if I can't get some folks to sponsor some prizes and stuff. Didn't really do that last year because I didn't think there was going to be that much interest in it. But I'll try to come up with surprises, and I'm thinking about a different kind of way for the judging as well too. So I will have more details on all that in the near future. So anyhow, anybody have anything else they want to say before we get out of here? Because I'm gonna.
I got some door trim I can donate.
Okay.
Well, I do see one fella out there that took a listen when I said buy some bits. Looks like Mike wants to get about 20 bits from you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's great.
All right. There's a deposit on that new Thunder laser. All righty, guys. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight. Cody, Paul, Russ, and Sean, and Ryan out there in the chat. I guess we'll see you back next week.
Yeah, Mr. Ryan.
Anyway, we will get out of here.
Go make some dust.
figure out the
Right.
best.
Have black
Y'all
stuff.
have a
on-
good weekend, and we will see y'all later.
Bye, guys. Thanks.
Good night, guys.